Hello. Welcome back to round 11 of our Can-Am season. We are here in Bahrain for this week's race. So let's see how qualifying goes ahead of the 26 laps, I believe it is, for what should be one hell of a race round here today. Right, so let's see who is out on track at the moment. We do have a fair few drivers leaving the garages at the minute. As we see there on our mini-map, we've got the two McLarens heading out together. No doubt going to attempt to give each other a bit of tow if they can get round to it. In this session, we have got 7 here leading us away for what will be the first lap time of the session. He is on his out lap at the moment and gonna probably be looking for another pole once again this season. He has done extremely well and currently sitting second in. Sitting second in the standings at the moment, so he's been having a very strong season so far. He has just started his flying lap. He is coming up through turn 2 and 3 now. DRS wide open. He is going to get a bit of a tow off the Hash driver ahead of him. That's going to be a bit of a bonus as well for him as we come through turns 4, 5, 6 and 7 now. A nice little 28.4 for the first sector there, and a nice benchmark for everyone to try and beat for this session. As we have seen this season, 7 has been very fairly good in qualifying, taking 3 pole positions so far, so he is up there as one of the drivers to basically knock off their pedestal. He is still behind Oro, who's taken a massive 7 pole positions this year, and one of the drivers to beat in qualifying is the Aston Martin driver, and 7 so far has taken that chance this season and given him a good old fight in this championship so far. So 7 has taken us to a 28.4 for the first lap of the session. We have got Pizza coming in second fastest, MJ in the Sauber there in 4th place. Oro has just flown up into 2nd place. We were talking about him a moment ago and saying about his qualifying. He has, as we said, 7 pole positions this year. He is an absolute master in qualifying and has taken it to a different level with 7 in the races. They have pushed each other all season so far, and no doubt gonna do it once again round the circuit here in Bahrain and give us, let's hope, give us a brilliant race going into it. So we have got a Ferrari here of Logan currently 3rd. Jonah, as our reserve driver in the Haas today, is currently 4th fastest, putting a very good spotlight on himself for a potential full-time drive next season. Looking fairly solid in just dropped down to 5th place. Adam jumping up to 3rd place as well. Aston Martin having a very strong season overall. Was about to jump on board Mr. G, but he has unfortunately invalidated, so we'll jump on board his car in a moment. Ego coming up to the final corner. Let's see how he does on this final part of his lap. He is on his first lap of the session, so where can he stick the Mercedes? He is currently ninth fastest, just behind his teammate Pizza. Pretty good session so far for the two Mercedes, and no doubt can maybe jump a few places higher, all depending on what everyone else can do. We've got Anime here in 10th place currently. A bit of a mixed season for the Ferrari driver at the moment, but still a fair few races to go. He is 8th in the standings at the minute, a little bit off where he probably would want to be at this stage in the season, but he has had a very mixed bag of results and a bit of a just a mixed season for him, a few highs and a few lows. He has ultimately got a win this season, but which is still very, very good for him, and a few top 5 finishes as well. He is going to probably be looking to try and bounce back from last few races as well, and hopefully this will be the one that he can do it in. So who else have we got on laps at the moment? So we've got the reserve Sauber driver here of Mike. He is 5th fastest, and both reserves really putting a good showing for themselves at the moment. We've got Mike in 5th and Jonah in 7th, both looking fairly strong right now. Is Doctor on a lap? He is, yes. Little lock up into the little hairpin there. Not the greatest idea, or not the greatest thing to do through that corner either. Isn't the easiest. He has just had another lock up on the downhill braking zone. It is very easy to get to do that round there. It's not the easiest of corners to navigate, but he has done very well so far through the rest of this lap. He is currently 4 seconds up on his previous time, so he is looking fairly strong to break into the 129s at the moment. Possibly he is on a 134.1 up into the final corner. We go with Doctor here in the Williams. He is 15th fastest at the moment. Where can this lap time put him? It is up into the top 7 with a 29.1, a very good lap time there for the Williams driver of Doctor, and 7th fastest overall at the moment. Only less than 20 milliseconds behind the Ferrari driver, and only a couple of attempts from the top 5 at the moment as well. So we've got our championship leader Oro here on another fast lap. We have got just shy of 9.5 minutes to go in this session. So what can the Aston Martin driver do to put the Williams under a little bit more pressure in going into the final 9 minutes of the session? He is fastest overall in Sector 1. What can he do through Sector 2 and 3 as we are coming through the halfway point of his lap here? Looking pretty good. He is going to get a toe off the McLaren driver of possibly McCoy there. It is, yeah, it is McCoy just ahead of Oro here, and he is going to get a huge toe down this back straight. We go into the final couple of corners at the moment. Has McCoy just moved out of the way, or is he carrying on with his lap? He's just about to start his lap. It is going to help Oro here massively. This is a huge toe from the back straight down. He has now gone fastest with a 28.2. A very good time there for Oro. Did he get held up slightly through that final corner though, as McCoy looked to be a little bit slower than the Aston Martin there, but there is not too much that can be done about that. We have got a driver starting, he was starting his lap Oro was ending his lap, so it is going to be pretty close, and not too sure what will how if anything goes in about it report wise. Could go either way for the drivers, but it is going to be extremely close. Not too sure how much time, if any, Oro lost, but he is currently on provisional pole, so overall has been a very good lap for him so far. And McCoy is on his flying lap pretty good so far, 106.9 overall for his flying lap so far. He is on to the back straight, coming up to the final two corners here. It is a little kink as we come through the final heavy braking zone, and up into ninth place McCoy goes. Very, very good lap there for the McLaren driver. His teammate of fives is just ahead of him, so the two McLaren drivers looking fairly strong, and McCoy has done a very good lap there to break into the top 10 as he just lets the Sauber of Mike go past him there. He has also got a Williams behind him as well of 7, who he just moves out the way of in time up into turn 4 there, as the two drivers here of Mike and 7 on their flying laps will jump back on board their cars in a moment. We have got a few other drivers on flying laps here. 5's on a flying lap at the moment, currently 7th fastest with a 28.7. we are having some really close times here. The top 10 currently separated by 7/10 of a second. It is extremely close right now, and the top 13 separated by 9/10 of a second. This is extremely close, probably one of the closest qualifyings we've had all season, and it is looking to be fairly exciting going into the final 5 minutes. 5 has just gone into the pit lane there, as does Mike, and is 7 finishing his lap here. He has gone quickest now. He is 2/10 quicker than Oro as we joined him as he crossed the line with a 28.045. This is just getting an ever more intense battle between Oro and 7. It is going to be extremely close as Oro now is actually on an out lap. We'll go back on board, see what he can do in a moment, and Ago is also on a in lap at the moment. We have got Shifty now coming down the back straight here in sector 3 into the final couple of corners we go. He has had a slight lock up on that right hand side. It's going to cost him a small amount of time as he comes across the line and does knock some time off his previous lap, but he is still currently 18th fastest with a 1:31.1, but is still very close to the Ferrari ahead of him, only a couple of tenths behind him there, and this is an extremely close grid at the moment. So 3.1 seconds separates everyone on the grid. This is ridiculously close, honestly. The top 10 separated by 9/10, and the top 13 still, no, top 14 still separated by 1.3 seconds. This, if the qualifying is this close, I can imagine how close this race is going to be, and hopefully plenty of battles to come. Adequate quarter balance of full works max fuel. Fair enough exception. I don't blame you too much there. So Pizza on his possibly his final flying lap here. He is coming up through the end of Sector 2. Where can he place this Mercedes at the minute? He is currently half a second up as we go through the final 2 corners here. How is it braking into this corner? It is nicely done there for the Mercedes driver. No lockups whatsoever. And across the line to go 4th fastest. That is a fantastic lap time. 1.3 seconds up on his time. Taking the Mercedes into the top 4. And this is just put it a 1:28.5. So plenty more laps to come through in a moment. We've just got, so Oro just starting his lap. We've got Adam starting his lap in a moment. We've got the 2 Saubers both on their lap starts as well. So everyone out on track apart from Shifty, Fives and Jensen at the moment. Jensen's position could be under threat there from the second row start. Plenty of quick lap times coming through at the moment. He could, he has gone out. He's left it late to go out, but he has gone out with just shy of just over a minute to go. I'm not too sure he is going to make it round. I think he's left it extremely late now to make that out lap and get round again. So we've got Logan here on his final flying lap. We've got Adam here in the middle of his lap in the middle of his final flying lap, looking fairly good from the the small amount of it we've seen so far. And we have got 7 just about to start his flying lap in a moment as well. Everyone out on track now, apart from Shifty. We've got Doctor here on his final lap of the session. Plenty of drivers coming through. Mike has just gone up to P9. MJ is currently 14th fastest. Anime jumped up to 15th in his previous lap. He is on his, I believe, his final lap now as well. And is Jensen gonna make it round to start his lap? He has left it close, but he has just made it with 3 seconds to go. It is extremely tight round here at the minute. We have got a car off at the back there. It is unfortunately Mr. G has just had a moment on his final lap. That is going to be extremely costly now for him. Unfortunate for him. He will finish around 16th in qualifying here. We've got plenty of drivers going now. We've got Jonah, who's just gone 3rd fastest, a pretty good lap there for the reserve Haas driver. We've got Ago now finishing his final lap. He's just gone up to 14th. We've got Logan, I believe, has just gone into the pits. No, he hasn't. Anime has just gone into the pits. McCoy has just gone into 5th place. We've got 7 now on his final lap of the race session. He's just taken more time out of his flying lap and into the 27.9s. We've got Oro, who's just gone quickest now by less than 20 milliseconds. This is absolutely insane for this qualifying. We've now got Jensen on his run into the finish line. He goes back up the 3rd fastest, so both Hasses on the second row of the grid. We have got Adam, who's unfortunately backed out of his lap there, and we've got the 2 top drivers of Oro and 7 separated by around 16 milliseconds, with barely anything between these two. Once again, Oro leads 7 this time around. Oro taking his 8th pole position of the season. and 7, taking second place once again. Jensen in third place, and will be starting once again nice and high up the grid. We've got his reserve teammate Jonah in fourth place, Adam in fifth, McCoy in sixth, Logan in seventh, the Mercedes of Pizza in eighth place, Fives in ninth. Ice, we haven't seen too much of him in qualifying today, but he is up into 10th place with a 28.6. Very, very good lap time there for him in this session. Mike in 11th place on his reserve debut for Sauber here. Oliver in 12th, Doctor in 13th, Ego in 14th, I believe Anime in 15th place, and we will go through the rest of it in a moment. But what a qualifying we have had here. 16 milliseconds separating the top two, and barely anything separating the top 17 cars. 1.4 seconds separates the top 17. Exception and Shifty a little bit off the pace there, unfortunately for them guys. But MJ was in 15th overall. Anime, Mr. G, Shifty, Exception will finish off the grid, and we will head into the race in a moment. So everyone is just setting their final little adjustments to the car if they need to make them, and sorting tyre strategies out depending on whether they want to choose the mediums, the hards, or the softs. The game tends to put you on a straight two-stop strategy with 2 sets of mediums and then a hard set of tyres, or the 2 sets of softs, once again followed by the hard tyres. I'm not too sure why it gives you the 2 stops all the time, but it is an odd one. Tyre degradation around here is not the best, but we will see how the drivers cope, see what they can do in the race. It is going to be a tough one. The wear is going to, if it's anything like it has been on here, it is going to be tough, and a lot of tyre management if they are to see the checkered flag at the end of this. It is going to be tough, but we will see how they do. So we will probably be getting underway in the next few moments. Just getting the final things ready from all the drivers, and hopefully we'll be underway in a moment. We will have 29 laps of this race. It is gonna be one hell of a race, no doubt. We are 5 lights here, and away we go. Oro and 7 get away pretty quick there. I think Oro just made a slightly quicker start ahead of the Williams driver. They are going into turn 1. It is close between the Haas of Jensen and 7 there. Was there a bit of contact as we come round turn 2 between the two of the drivers there, but it is Jensen ahead of 7. It is a poor couple of corners there for 7, losing a position at the start of the race. He would have needed to stay right on the back of Oro, try and stay in competition for this race, and there were the strategies. They were some bizarre ones, the softs to the mediums to the hards, or the softs, mediums, softs, hards. I don't understand that 3-stop strategy. That was bizarre. That was strange. And we have got a driver off at the back there of Ego. Is had a moment through the start of sector 2 there, and has now unfortunately dropped off there. It is going to be tough to get back in onto the back of the pack here, but it is very, very doable. We'll see how Ego does in a moment. But once again, there are more. There's this. The soft, medium, hard strategy is an odd one. We will see if any drivers attempt it in this race. We have got plenty of moves going on in the background here. We've got a fair few drivers jumping into the pits very, very early there. We've got Pizza, Oliver, MJ all jumping in. We've got Exception making moves on Ice and Adam. He is now up into P9. Adam down to 11th place. It is a horrid start for the Aston Martin driver, and he is gonna hope that he can push back through this pack and make some moves back on Ice and Exception. It is gonna once he is in DRS, it is no doubt going to be a little bit easier. But 7 back up into 2nd place. He has got the DRS on Oro. Jensen and Jonah just behind as well in the 2 Hasses. We have got also the 2 McLarens just behind as well. This is fairly close, not much separating anyone here, and it is generally not much, only 1.5 seconds separating the top 4, 2.5 seconds separating the top 6. This is very close within the first few laps, and I can see it staying like this for the majority of the race. It is probably going to be a bit of a DRS train for the majority of it, but we have got McCoy in 5s. Well, McCoy making a move on Jonah there round the inside of turn 1, on the still on the inside there of turn 3 up to turn 4 we go. Jonah in 5th place. We did try and have a little look to try and get back past McCoy. Nothing could be done, but McCoy has made a very good start so far, up 2 positions from his starting place, and could well be knocking on the door for a top 3 finish here. He's not very far behind Jensen at the moment, only a few tenths off him. It is going to be close, but it is very, very doable for McCoy to get onto the podium this race. It is going to be a good battle for for every single position. I can see it going to be a good battle. We have got some gaps at towards the back at the minute though, but a fair few drivers making early pit stops in this race, and not too sure why. Maybe some damage we'll see in very soon. We'll see what's happened here. So Exception started at the back of the grid. He is now up into the points. A very good opening 4 laps. It has helped by the early pit stops, but it is going to be a very big bonus there for Exception. 7 battling it out for second place at the minute. Jensen trying to make the move round the outside of the Williams driver. Nothing could be done there, but it is still extremely close from the top 7 here. 1.5 seconds separating them. It is... I don't remember seeing a race this close for... Normally the top 2 have broken away at this stage of the race in most of them, but it is a very good battle there, as we see Jensen slightly go wide at the hairpin, well, at the downhill braking zone. It wasn't the best of corners for him there, as Fives tried to make a little move which Jensen just saw and cut off on the exit of the corner. Pretty clean still between the 2 of them, but it was extremely close for Jensen, losing out on that 3rd position, and Fives still battling hard for that position, and he is not going to give it up anytime soon. We have got very close between Jensen 7 and Fives as well. They were nearly wing to wing there, and it looked almost horrible, as 7 now moves up into the lead of this race. He is now into P1. First time Oro has lost the lead in this race, and he will have the DRS ahead of him now for into turn 4 now, as Oro and 7 stay in the positions that they were leading into turn 4, and Jensen just knocking on the back of Oro's car there as well, just 3 tenths behind now, and looking very strong between, well, definitely this top 3, and next 3 drivers just doing very well as well. And we've also got Logan just on the back of them, has dropped off a little bit on the a little bit on the start of that lap, but is gaining pretty quick on the top 6 once again. Exception now up into 8th place, up 11 places so far. He is going to be knocking on the door for a podium in no time if he carries on the way of the pace that he's got at the minute. He is looking very strong so far. And what can he do well, we still have 25 laps of this race to go, and this top 8 now separated, well, this top 10 now are separated by only probably around 5, not even 5 seconds maybe, a little bit more maybe. If top 10 is separated by 5 seconds, this is generally crazy how close this slot is at the moment. This is going to be an intense race right down to the final lap here. We've got Mike and Ice are 9th and 10th at the minute, having their own little battle for the final couple of points positions. It is going to be pretty good between these 2. So far, Mike up 2 places on his Sauber debut here and reserve debut at the moment, and looking very good for a good points finish at the minute. He is currently holding off Ice at the moment nicely. Ice did have the DRS in to that second DRS zone there, and still Mike still stays ahead, but it is going to be extremely close as we head down into the final couple of corners in a moment, and seeing how they do in a sec. I don't who is that jumping into the pits? It is the Ferrari of Logan just jumping in, getting rid of his current tyres, which are the soft. So a fair few drivers did start on the soft tyres, a fair few started on the mediums. It is going to be so yeah, fair few. So the top two started on the mediums. The two McLarens and the two Hasses started on the softs and the mediums respectively. Exception has pushed on from the back of the grid on the soft tyres. He is going to have taken a lot of wear through them tyres at the start and will no doubt be boxing pretty soon. Oh, and Johnson getting a little bit wriggly on the exit there of the corner as we come, well, on the downhill braking zone. Not what the Haas driver would have wanted, as Exception now up into P4. He's easily got past. Oh my days, what the heck just happened there between the two drivers? What on earth just happened between... Wow, that was just crazy. I think Fives lost a small amount of traction on the exit of the corner there and has unfortunately taken, I believe it was Jensen with him slightly. That is very, very unfortunate. Not the start, well, not the exit that neither any driver would have wanted, and both did, well, I know Fives lost a bit of a front wing there, so a very costly pit stop for him here. And anyone that has pitted just before that safety car may have lost out a little bit there, having now got the lap-old tyres. It is going to be at least a lap and maybe 2 laps under the safety car while everyone bunches back up. It is, so yeah, unfortunately a couple of the drivers that boxed just before the safety car, which I believe was only Logan, has lost out massively with this coming out now. So he's down to 11th place. It is going to be a very tough restart for him to get back into the top 7 where he was beforehand. So safety car is out. We have got now Exception, Jonas, 7, Olo all on, so basically the top 5's all on the hard tyres. Ago did start on the hards there, so they have 7 lap old hard tyres. It's gonna be a little bit hard for him to keep pace with the top 4 here. McCoy is on the fresh soft tyres, so it's gonna be difficult for him to stay ahead of McCoy at the restart. They will last much longer in this race, not too much longer, but they will last a bit longer from the soft tyres. So hopefully for Ayo, in his mind, he can stay at least with the top 4 for a few laps while DRS gets activated, and he can basically cruise along with them guys and try and maximise what he can on the hards, ready for his pit stop when he decides to make it. So we've also got Ice and Mike on the same tyres. Adam has jumped to the medium tyres. Mr. G is on the softs as well. And then we've got Jensen, Fives, Anime on fresh hard tyres as well. Oliver has stayed out on old hard tyres, so that's going to be a tough few laps for him. As long as they warm up quickly, he should be okay. Much like Ago, as long as he can get the tyres warm, he should be nicely with the cars around him. And the same with Oliver, should be nicely staying with the cars around. Shifty on the soft tyres, Doctor and MJ on the fresh hards, Pizza on the fresh mediums. Once again, for basically all the hard runners, it is going to be a test of whether they can get the tyre temps up nicely and not. If they're too cold on the restart, it's not going to be great. It is probably going to see McCoy jump through a few of them. So the temperature in these tyres is going to be fairly crucial now for much of the hard runners, and medium runners, they should be pretty good. They should be okay, and the soft runners, they will heat up too quick if they're not if they're not careful enough. They will heat up too quick and burn their tyres out way too fast for the rest of the stint. So you'll probably see one more lap of the safety car while we see Pizza catch up. I'm just going to have a moment away. I'll be back. So with hopefully everyone now behind the safety car, it possibly will go in this lap. We did see McCoy jump into the pits a moment ago, so he's caught up nicely at the back of the grid there. What will happen this lap? It is going in this lap, so we will be back racing in the next few moments, well, in the next 20 seconds or so. We are coming down to the final two corners as we see the safety car drive off into the distance. Oro keeping pace now and will get us underway. Oh dear, I think 7 just... Oh my days, I'm not too sure what's just happened there on the restart, but Oro gets us away. 7 and Jonah have a moment there. They've both... Seems like they've lost an end plate. That is not the start either driver needed from this restart. It is going to be extremely tough for both drivers now. What can they both do with the slight lack of downforce here? What will happen between these two drivers? It is going to be close. They have already started to move. Seems like they've started to lose a little bit of ground on the leading car. But 7 and Jonah they're doing pretty well around the corners actually. Maybe it's not affecting them as much as we thought. We've got a bit of a gap here building, and not too sure what's happened to Ago there. Tyres not working for him on this restart. It is a huge gamble that he did stay out on such old tyres. So they are now 10 laps old. It is going to be, they're going to start to be wearing now, and everyone's just going to basically overtake him from here on out. He may have tried to play a gamble. The strategy hasn't quite paid off this time around. At the minute, they are 11 laps old. It's going to be extremely tough for Ago here. Could he be looking at pulling off a one-stop? Who knows? So Jensen up into 9th place at the minute. We've got Oro and 7 swapping places once again in this race. They are doing whatever they can to keep this, well, it is going to be going for a fair few more races anyway, this championship fight, but they are going to do whatever they can for, well, for themselves and for the teams here. So Oro will have DRS in a moment. It is going to be pretty close between them because they have got Jonah and Exception very close behind them as well, and they are just staying just behind at the minute. Oro didn't quite make look to make the move there. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I'm not sure if that was open, but hey ho. So yeah, Oro is currently second. He did look to make the move on the inside of 7 there. Not quite close enough this time around. And he will have DRS. Yeah, DRS is actually active. Oro making the move to the right hand side. Jensen making the move to the left hand side. And no, not Jensen, sorry. Jonah making the move to the left hand side. Did make the move on 7. Didn't quite keep it through turn 2, but he has tried to keep battling here, and he did unfortunately lose the position to Exception that time around as well. He has down to 4th place. He did jump up into 2nd for a moment, and we've got a huge bit of contact there between 7 and Oro. That is not going to be what either driver wants. I'm not too sure what is going on here. There's been a few little bits of random contact from 7, and it's not normally the mistake things that happen with him in like this season. Made a few little mistakes here and there. I'm not too sure if it's a lack of grip on the tyres or lack of rear downforce maybe on the car slightly. Who knows, but it got extremely close between himself and Oro, and once again they will probably be battling down into turn 1, as Exception has got a hell of a lot of pace in that Red Bull right now. The Williams at 7 may not have much to defend against here. DRS open on the Red Bull. Will he go up into first? He does make it up into first. Oro is also trying to make the move as well. Well, not trying to make the move, but did look to have tried to look to see if there was anything on there. But we have got plenty of movement down here towards the bottom of the grid at the minute. Oh my days, I'm not too sure what's going on here. Shifty and Anime making a bit of contact there. We do have a yellow flag in that first part. I'm not too sure what's happened between them two, or the Shifty and Anime. It looked very, very close to almost being a big crash between them. Wow, this has got a lot of crazy things this race. We knew the racing was going to be close. Just maybe hoping, or maybe people weren't expecting it to be as close as it was, and yeah, one crazy bunch of collisions that we've had here. We'll see how it pays off towards the rest of this race. We are currently watching McCoy here. He is gaining on the Mercedes of Ago at the moment, currently 8 tenths behind. He has got Ego's teammate Pizza just behind him as well, so they're going to have a small DRS train here. What will Ego be able to do between up against the McLaren of McCoy? He's not gaining too much at the minute until the last bit of the straight there. He was basically sitting 8 tenths behind until that final part. So what is he going to be able? Is he going to be able to be close enough through this DRS zone? Anything he can do here would be a bonus for him, and not quite this time around. Currently 13th place is McCoy. Ego is 12th place and looking fairly good at the moment. 1.5 seconds behind the Ferrari of Logan. Currently 11th place. He has dropped a fair few positions in this race. Not the ideal strategy that he took. It was a very unfortunate safety car for himself. It has dropped him just outside the points at the minute. But we are roughly halfway through this race now, so plenty of time for the Ferrari to catch up to the Sauber at the minute. And this top 10 still separated by barely anything. We see there a moment ago, Exception now our new race leader here, overtaking 7 on the straight, and Mr. G currently in 3rd place. This is going to be a potentially going to be a very good result for the Red Bull team. They are looking very strong, currently 1st and 3rd, double podium potentially on their way. We've got the 2 Aston Martins as well of Oro and Adam currently getting very, very close behind. Adam on the back of Mr. G. That was very, very close to Mr. G completely losing the car there. Not what the Red Bull would have wanted there, and Adam doing extremely well to stay away from making any contact. It is extremely close here. So the top 2 of Exception and 7 have just broken away after the minor mistake that Mr. G made a moment ago, but it is still very, very close. Second and a half separating 2nd and 3rd at the moment. Adam and Oro chasing the Red Bull down and trying to make an overtake. We will have a DRS zone for them to make that attempt in a moment. Drona and Jensen as well, the 2 passes in 6th and 7th, looking very, very strong at the minute as well. What can happen down this straight? We have got Adam and Mr. G jumping in. Oh no, Adam stayed out. He pulled the dummy move into the pit lane and he has stayed out. I thought he was moving over, boxing for fresh tyres. He's thrown Mr. G completely off, who has gone into the pits and currently down in 16th at the minute. That was cheeky from Adam, but very fair, very well played by him. He is now with his teammate. They've got the 2 Hasses behind them, and this is going to be close between these 4 drivers. They're separated by around 6 tenths. It is close. Adam just making a small mistake on the exit of the hairpin there, and we've got Ice making moves on Jonah, and up into 7th place he goes. 6th place it was, sorry, but Jonah just retakes the lead on the downhill braking zone. Fives and Mike have got a little bit closer as well, so they're going to be trying to make some moves on that home straight in a few moments, in about 3 corners time. It is extremely close right now. So McCoy currently 10th place, around 6 seconds behind the top 9 drivers at the moment, just in his own little race and managing it very, very well for the current final points position. It is going to be Pizza is currently 2.5 seconds behind. He is closing the gap pretty quickly at the minute as well, and we have got a few bits of movement here. It is chock-a-block at the minute. I that turn one action is absolutely crazy at the minute. We've just seen someone else look up in the background there as well. But turn one is giving us a lot of bumps and a lot of action, a lot of bumps for drivers there. We just see debris flying everywhere, but we're going to have to go on board this group of drivers as we go round the lap once again in a moment. Let's see what's happening between Ago and Oliver here. They are 10th between each other and pretty strong at the moment. Oliver is going to have the DRS in a moment. What can he do going into, I think, turns 12 and 13, I believe this is. Could be completely wrong, to be honest, but so Oliver just keeping the pressure on Ago at the moment for this 12th and 13th position. Fairly decent race for both drivers at the minute. Still plenty for them to move. Still plenty of things for them to do. Jensen up into third place. What will happen through turn one this time around? There is not much going on this time, but we have got a time penalty for Jensen, 3 seconds. That is going to be very, very costly for him. Oro up into third place now, Jonah into fourth place, Jensen into fifth, Adam sixth, and Mike 5th, 7th and 8th at the minute. Ice just battling there with 5s, trying to squeeze on the inside of the McLaren driver there, not paying off this time around. 5s knew exactly what he was trying to do there and just closed the door quite nicely on the Alpine driver. And once again, Ice will try and make the move, look to make the move down this DRS zone at the minute. It is very, very close between these guys. This is probably the closest, not quite the closest 6 drivers now, as Adams unfortunately dropped off the top 5 there, 3 of the top 5 there, and is going to be under pressure from the Sauber driver in a minute. It is close. The Sauber makes a move on the inside. Adam just jumping into the pits for the final 9 laps here. And Ice also jumps into the pits, and there's a big... Ice goes into the back of Adam on the pit entry. Not how he would have wanted to have taken that. So, unfortunate wing change potentially there as well for the Alpine driver. So, Mike just ahead of 5s at the minute. McCoy up into 8th place, having his own little race there at the minute, comfortably in the points right now, and 4 seconds ahead of Pizza. He's managed to pull a gap away from the drivers behind him, just potentially for a pit stop, maybe this lap. Maybe he's going to try and take the hards to the end. It is going to be pretty close at the minute. He has done 2 stops already this race, so he doesn't necessarily need to go in one again, but he could well do it. We've got Pizza making 3 stops this race. He has made the most out of anyone at the minute. We've got a fair few drivers looking like they're going to try a 1-stop strategy here. Exception 7 and the guys towards the front there still staying out once again. Fastest lap at the minute as well is 7 with a 1:31.379, so it is extremely close. Most top 5 drivers all in the 1:31s, and a few drivers just further down as well, with the 2 McLarens as well, jumping into the 1:31s. Some fairly quick laps in this race. We are watching the 2 leaders at the minute though. We are going to jump back into this battle with the 2 Hasses and and Oro. It is fairly, these guys have been basically on each other's gearboxes all race. Anime has jumped into the pits and retired from this race. It is a very, very unfortunate Bahrain Grand Prix for him today, and not how he would have wanted it to end. Ego with a time penalty. Let's see what the other penalties are this race as well. We've got Mike Fives, McCoy, Ego, and Doctor all on 3 seconds. Johnson on 6 seconds worth of penalties with 8.5. Well, no, actually less than that now. As 7 comes across the line to start lap 22 of this race. So 7 laps to go. It is going to be close. And Exception jumps back into the lead here. We've got the 2 Hasses now up into 3rd and 4th. Oro down into 5th place there. Mike Fives and McCoy just keeping it, keeping the gap under a second, or trying to keep the gap under a second there. Not quite close enough for 5, so he is. The gap looked a lot smaller than what I thought it was, in all honesty, but he is 2.1 seconds behind. He has got his teammate McCoy just behind him there as well. It is looking a nice little result for the 2 McLarens there in 7th and 8th. They are just in their own little race at the minute, taking it lap by lap and just trying to bring the 2 cars home at the minute, and looking fairly strong to do that as well. So we've got McCoy in the 2 stop. Fives looks to be on a 1 stop, along with the 6 drivers ahead of him. They could fast off, and they could well box fairly late in this race. It is going to be close, so it is, and well, it's going to be close to see what they do, but they could well stay out for the final 6 laps of this race. They have just started lap 23, have the 2 leaders, and 7 leading Exception away, and they've just swapped places. Exception currently up 18 places at the minute. He started at the back, currently leading. This has been one hell of a race for the Red Bull in 2nd position at the minute. Just dropped back down to there. So currently we are watching the Red Bull of Mr. G and the Ferrari of Logan in currently 12th and 13th place. A tough race for the Ferrari driver, who's just been overtaken by Mr. G this time around as well. This is going to be fairly close. They're not fighting for points at the minute, but they are having a very, very close battle at the moment between these 2, as Logan just jumps back ahead. And we've got Adam here currently having a extremely tough race at the minute. Started in the top 5, currently down into 11th place there. Logan having a moment on the midway through sector 2 there, I believe it was, down into 15th place. Not too sure if himself and Mr. G made any contact. We have seen a fair amount of drivers making contact this race, but it's been some strange collisions, shall we say. So Adam down 6 places, currently 11th, just trying to chase on to the back of the Alpine ahead of him of Oliver, who will have DRS on pizza in a moment's time. It is going to be another was that possibly Pizza playing a cheeky little game, seeing if Oliver fooled for it this time around? So Oliver and Pizza did swap places a moment ago. Pizza will have the chance to regain that 9th place back. He doesn't quite do anything this time around. Maybe the straight wasn't quite enough for him there, and he will have another chance into the DRS zone in a moment. Or as he goes slightly wide from turns 8 and 9, turns 8 there. Not what he would have wanted, and he has dropped off to just over 3 seconds behind Adam now. Oh, so yeah. Wait, did Adam? So Adam has caught up as well. I don't know. Did Oliver go off a little bit as well? Mate, I didn't see. Maybe. So Pizza has dropped back a bit there. Adam now back into the top 10. He's now got the DRS on Oliver. They will no doubt swap places on the DRS there. The pace of Adam there, he was basically ahead of him before they even entered the DRS zone. That is extremely quick in the Aston Martin there. He has got past him way before turn 1, so Oliver will have the chance to get back ahead of him into turn 3 here. The DRS is going to hopefully help him out there. Not quite enough this time around for the Alpine driver, but he can. He will try and fight and stay in the DRS detection here, but it is going to be extremely tough. Adam has so much pace in that Aston Martin at the minute. He's already broken the DRS. Oh, Pizza's got. Let's get him back in quickly. I thought I'd gone then. Right, let's get Pizza back in, and he was starting to was trying to regain a 10th position. Unfortunately, Mr. G has just overtaken his AI, and Pizza has rejoined. He can retake his car, so that is going to be a positive for him. Adam, currently 9th place, he has already pulled away 2.2 seconds. He is trying to retake, he's trying to get back up into where he was at the start of this race. It is going to be tough in this final 3 laps now. We are, well, almost at the end of it. We are 3.5 laps away as we see 7 on our mini map there, just leading away, and Jensen, well, the 3 cars behind have slowly caught up. There is just over 2 seconds. It is going to be extremely close come the end of this race. What can Jensen, Jonah and Oro do? Can they put up a 5-way battle for the win in the final lap of this race? It is going to be close. What can 7 Exception do? Will they be able to break away a little bit more? Jensen and Jonah currently the 2 Haas drivers in the 2 positions where they started the race, and Jonah just jumping ahead of his teammate now. He has got, well, obviously will have that pace advantage with the DRS. He seems to have been slightly quicker through other parts through the start of this race as well. So what will the 2 Haas drivers do? Is one going to defend? Will one try and just hold position there? And now Jonah 1.1 seconds away from the top 2. This is going to be an extremely close battle for the final 2 the top 3 altogether here. It is 1.2 seconds as we hit the detection zone. Not quite enough this time around for Jonah to get the DRS open down this straight. His teammate though will have the DRS. They are going to bring themselves, maybe not have the DRS. He wasn't quite far and close enough that time around, so it has cost both Haas drivers a little bit there. And what will happen through these in the next lap or so. We'll go back on board that fight in a moment. It is going to be extremely close. We've got McCoy and Mike at the minute, currently battling for P6. It is very close between these two at the minute. Mike will have DRS in a moment as well. Will he be close enough to make a move? We've seen drivers from half a second or 4 tenths back and still not being able to make it. He has lost a few tenths around that final corner, so he wasn't able to make any lasting effect on the DRS there. He's just slowly dropped back a little bit as well round turns 1, 2 and 3. It's not the greatest start of the lap for him there. That final 2 corners of the last lap has cost him dearly down that main straight, and the DRS wasn't there. He had the DRS, but it just wasn't strong enough for him to make any sort of dent on the unfortunate time that he lost. But he is still well within DRS. He will have it open once again down the straight. That's a bit of a better exit for him, but he did, as the wheel spin on as he was getting his foot down, it's cost him slightly more time there. McCoy doing some very good driving at the minute. He is 6.8 ahead, behind the top 5, and Jonah has actually dropped off a bit more off the top 3 there, and Jensen has also dropped off as well. Not what he would have wanted, as we see Shifty unfortunately just getting lapped by the top 4 there. It is a tough race for Shifty. He's struggled this race, not been the easiest one for him, but he's done very, very well to keep himself motivated and get through this. He has done very, very well, and all credit for him. It has been tough, and it's not been the easiest race for some people. Jensen with another 3-second penalty in this race. He is now on 9 seconds here, and that is going to be extremely costly. It could see him drop. Outside. Actually, maybe not. 2, 3. May only see him drop 2 positions. It could see himself a little bit lucky here and not drop too many places and still pick up a decent amount of points. But we are on the final lap of the race now. 7 will lead us round the final 2 corners. He has broken away 1.5 seconds to exception. 7 will take the win here in Bahrain for his 4th win of the season. 7 wins once again. Exception in 2nd place, Oro in 3rd, Jonah in 4th, McCoy in 5th, Mike in 6th, Jensen, Adam 5s, and next few across. Oliver will be in 10th place in a moment, followed closely behind by Mr. G, and Oliver rounds off your top 10 there. Logan and Ice quickly across the line as well. Ego having a little bit of fun as he crosses the line. Fair play to him. Tough race for a fair few of these guys today, and Doctor in the Williams will come across the line around 18 seconds behind Ego in 15th place. MJ in 16th, who's just jumped above Doctor through time penalties, and Pizza will be our final car across the line here in 17th position. It has been one hell of a race between that top 10. At the start, for the first half of it, they were extremely close, and they just gave us one hell of a show in that top 10. The final 9 drivers gave us a pretty good show as well. with the battles they were giving us. Some very close driving once again all around, and qualifying was once. Qualifying was just something different this time around as well today, and the race gave us a one fantastic battle overall. So seven, Exception and Oro are your top three here. Exception, what a fantastic drive from the back of the grid to finish P2. Oro, not Oro, sorry. No, it is Oro. Oro, a pretty good drive as well. Unfortunate to lose a couple of positions there at towards the end of the race, but a podium finish still very, very good for the Aston Martin driver. So a fair few warnings and incidents in this race. So once again, stewards are going to have their work cut out, and yeah. So we will be back for next week for hopefully another fantastic race. It will be Singapore. We will hit the streets of Singapore. So let's hope that will be once again a fantastic qualifying, and hopefully another fantastic race. And we will see you all next week. I have been Baco. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.